Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new edition of our online interview series here at Commodity TV. And today we want to get an update from Vizsla Silver, and Michael Konnert, the CEO, is here with us. Good morning to Canada. How are you?
Hi, Jochen. Very good. Thank you. Very good. Thank you for having me.
Great to see you. Thanks for taking the time. Yeah, Vizsla, I mean, we have spoken a lot of times, and I'm really proud and happy that I interviewed you the first time at 35 cents. And look what happened in those, 1.5, 2 years here. This is really amazing. And you brought out your first maiden resource estimate. Let's put it that way. There was only one slightly shadow on it that you had to retract that one day later. So what happened there? But still, you brought out much, much more than I even expected.
Absolutely, and you know, there was a bit of a misstep there with the initial announcement, but you know, it doesn't change the fact that the really that resource is really, it exceeded expectations. It's huge, and we're very happy. You know, the grade is excellent. There's a high grade core there called Gaianero. You know, everything about this resource is fantastic, and you know, I'm very happy that we have this here as a foundation to move on to next steps.
Super. Yeah, and I saw here you have altogether in the indicated mineral resources, you have 61 million ounces silver equivalent, and inferred you have 45.6 million ounces silver equivalent. What I really like is the fact that, first of all, the grades in the indicated look really fantastic to me. I mean, 191 grams per ton silver, but 2 grams gold. That is really a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the precious metal content here is very high. The grade is excellent. Now, this is, you know, it's important to think about this resource as 18 months of drilling from discovery on Napoleon, on Tajitos, and a couple of other smaller veins. But, you know, this is a global resource at these grades. You know, I suspect that we'll find even higher grade domains in the future, and the grades in certain areas will go up. But to have this level of grade and this size as our foundation, as our initial maiden resource, you know, it's really quite incredible. There's so much room to grow. It took about 125,000 meters of drilling to get to this point. We're going to do that the same amount of drilling this year in 2022. So, you know, for this to be the foundation, I can't wait to see what happens in 6 months and 12 months from now.
Exactly. I mean, that was exactly one of my next questions. You did that resource in 445 holes with approximately 125,000 meters. And that was only drilled in almost 2 years. It's November 2019 until December 2021. And now you want to drill in 1 year 100 or over 120,000 meters. How many drill rigs do you have?
Well, we're going from 10 rigs to 13 rigs. So
okay.
It's a globally significant exploration program. It's absolutely huge. And our team is doing an excellent job in Mexico to manage this. But it's, you know, it's only districts like this that we have at Panuco that can withstand that type of drilling. You know, often companies will go and do 5,000 meters or 10,000 meters a year, and that's an active program. You know, we're doing 12 times that. So it's, you know, this is a very exciting project to be a part of. And one of the things I should also mention is that each of those 13 wireframes that we, you know, built the resource around, each of those resource areas, are all open you know, are all open to expansion along strike and at depth here. So we really haven't even begun to close off the mineralization here at Napoleon. So it's you know, it's going to be a very, very exciting year.
Super. So those upcoming 120,000 meters, as stated in your press release, would that be not only exploration drilling, would that be also upgrade for the resource? Because otherwise, yeah, let's say if we would take it simple, we would say, okay, you want to double what you have already, but what is enough? What do you need to go into production? Because this is something what we get also feedback from our viewers. They want to see you in production. I'm a shareholder too, and of course, I want to see you in production too.
Well, absolutely, and management and our board want to see us in production, and that's something we're working towards. Of course, you know, the first step is to have an inventory of your mineralization, and that is the resource. And so we need to do this in order to get there. But what we did pull out of this resource, and what is clear to us now after publishing this, is that the Gaianero zone has 13 million ounces of over 650 grams per ton silver equivalent grade there. which is, very high grade and an excellent place to start for a mine plan or something like that, or moving into production. So this resource drilling, brings us closer and closer to that production decision. And of course, we have all that infrastructure on the property that can allow us to move, very rapidly towards that goal. I think it's certainly a matter of time, but we need to do the right things to check off those boxes in order to move into production.
Definitely. To move into production, what else do you need? I mean, you have, let's put it that way, like a laid floor in front of you. But what else do you need regarding permits, regarding probably environmental studies and stuff like this? Could that be all done, let's say, this year, next year, that we can say maybe 2025, you are latest in production?
Well, we've already started the environmental work, the flora and the fauna work in Panuco, and all the hydrology and geotechnical work. That all started about mid last year. So, we've been working at this for quite some time. One of the things now that we actually have the resource and can put a little bit of understanding around, where the high grade domains are, where the high grade areas are. We could start to look at what it would be like to permit a decline there, and that would be a bit of work as well too. So, that's important. One of those things would be to permit that, and that would be a longer lead time item, but it could be done within 12 to 18 months.
Okay, super. Wow. Looking at your total all-in exploration cost of 23 cents per ounce.
Yeah.
How would you consider that with your peer group?
Well, it's very good. Yeah, and that includes,
that's what I thought.
that's not just cash, exploration, but if you actually do the whole life of the company, including what we spent on properties in British Columbia, what we spent to spin out the copper company, salaries, stock options, stock issuances, things like that, it's well under $1 that we're finding for the life of company. For this project alone, it's 23 cents. But that's really good business. If you can find an ounce, and then in the market you're valued between $2 and $5 an ounce in your market cap, and then if you can extract it and sell it for $25 or $30 an ounce, that's a really good business, and that's a business that we love to be in.
Yeah, that is for sure. So I saw also in your side marks here, resources are presented undiluted and in situ and considered to have reasonable prospects for economic extraction. Of course, I see that too. What I really like is that you assumed like $20.70 per ounce of silver, $1,650 per ounce gold, and $1,900 per ton of lead, and $2,500 per ton of zinc. I mean, those prices are all materialized by today. We know, sadly enough, why it is, let's say, parts of that. I mean, gold was this morning $2,000 plus. But let's put it that way. I think the supply of metals, what you want to extract in the future, is not getting better. I think it's getting even more tough. And on the other side, I think the demand is rising further. So looks quite conservative what you have assumed.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do things, we're very conservative with our estimations. We like to exceed expectations. And in this sense here, we like to use conservative numbers, to guide us here, because, although the prices are high now, and I expect them to go far higher and stay higher, it's always better to plan using conservative numbers.
Okay, super. So let's come to 2022. You said already 120 to 125,000 meters of drilling. What else do you want to do this year? Because it looks like, again, a busy year.
It's a very busy year. What we've done now is separate the district into thirds. So we have the western portion, the central block, and then the eastern block. And, so we're separating our exploration programs based on that. So resource drilling and expansion drilling in the west, discovery drilling in the center and the east. So that's what we're going to do on exploration. We're also going to fly the property with electromagnetic airborne survey, which will be very good. I think that can open up some new discoveries for us as well. We're going to continue doing the de-risking work with the studies, the baseline environmental studies, and everything that would be a prelude to permitting. And I think we'll have some other exciting news as well too. Further acquisitions and things in the district like that.
Okay, super. So a lot going on. What's the cash situation in the company?
We have $38 million in the bank right now.
Yeah.
We also have warrants that we expect to come in this year, that should top us up and keep us, very well funded for about 2 years plus of exploration at this very aggressive pace.
Super. So that would mean you are funded until it comes to the project finance.
I would say so. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. With those warrants, it would be very helpful. But it's we don't know how much drilling we want to do here yet either.
Yeah. Okay. Right. One day you have to stop a little bit just to make sure that we go into production, please.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Okay,
that's front of mind for management. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'm happy. Fantastic. Okay, super. Michael, from my side, that looks all good. Any closing remark?
No, I just, I think it's a very exciting time to be a shareholder. Of course, we just bought $300,000 worth of or insiders of the company have just bought $300,000 worth of stock in the last few days here. So we're putting our money there, and I think that the upside is absolutely enormous from this point on. So we're very excited.
Super. That's how I see it. I'm excited too. Michael, thank you very much for the update. All the best, and talk soon to you.
Thank you, Jochen. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Michael Konnert, the CEO of Vizsla Silver, and you heard it. A great resource estimate so far. It was a little bit, let's say a shaky start, but the company is fully aware of that. And still, the resource estimate is over 100 million ounces silver equivalent. That is fantastic. Honestly, by myself, I even expected 40 to 50 million at least. Now it's double of that. This is a great start. And don't forget, they only drilled like 2 years and got this resource out. This is also fantastic. And they're going to do the same amount this year alone with it. So I see this resource massively growing also with Gallinero. I think this is a high grade bean inside the Napoleon bean, which might be the start then for the first mining here. That looks also fantastic. And $38 million in the bank. They are fully financed, some warrants kicking in this year also in addition. So that the whole project looks fantastic. Vizsla looks great. You really should make sure that you have a look on the company, and maybe you should own some stock like I do. Wish you all the best. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.